In the start of this movie, we see a man who was driving the car. He was very sad and was looking very upset. He faces an accident. Man's name was Frederick. He meets with his friend Paul. They both talk about the painting that Frederick had made. Paul was the actor. After some time, Frederick's wife comes there. She meets with Paul. Frederick introduces his wife with Paul. Paul was not very famous. He does small roles in movies. During a shooting, he takes interest in a lady. They both get attracted towards each other. The lady's name was Elizabeth. Paul also does part-time job and sells some things for money. Then Elizabeth comes there. She meets with Paul. At night, Frederick and Paul do dinner together in a hotel. During this, they also do discussion on their personal lives. Actually, Paul was very poor. He has no home to live. So, Frederick says him that he is shifting in a big home and Paul can also live with them. Next day, Paul goes to the Frederick's home with Elizabeth to live. Frederick's wife welcomes them. She behaves very good with Paul and Elizabeth. Frederick and Paul do discussion on rooms. Frederick asks from his wife Angel if she has any problem with Paul or Elizabeth, but she replies that no, she is comfortable with them. Frederick shows his painting to the Paul. In the next scene of the movie, Angel shares her things with Elizabeth. Because of that, she gets very happy. Then they both see a rat in the room and start shouting. Frederick and Paul come there and takes the rat out from the room. One day, Paul tells Frederick that he is very upset because of job. He don't want to do acting more because there is no future in acting. So he is trying to find a job. Angel was the actress, but Frederick does not like to see Angel in this field. So one day Angel was discussing all these things with Elizabeth. She was telling her that she has does all for Frederick, but he cannot change. So now she does not want to live with him. Frederick comes to Angel and apologizes from her. Angel weeps a lot. At night, Elizabeth walks in sleeping. Next day, they all do breakfast and discuss about Indian actress. Paul was taking interest in Angel. Elizabeth feels this thing, so she shares this with Paul. Frederick also notices that Paul is wanting to spend time with Angel. One day, Frederick's friend comes there. He also gets attracted towards Angel. She also realizes this thing. Frederick makes painting for Angel. Angel comes to talk with Frederick. Then they spend some time together. One morning, Frederick says to Paul that we all should go on drive. Paul says, yes, we will enjoy there. So let's go. Frederick's friend also comes there for going with them. When Elizabeth calls Angel for going with them, then she refuses and says that she needs some rest, so she can't go. They all go to the forest. They were enjoying a lot there. Angel goes to the Rulan who was Frederick's friend. She spends some of her time with him. They go outside and they also go to the church. Suddenly, Frederick feels that something is going on wrong, so he decides to come back home. When he comes back, then he sees that Angel was weeping. She tells Frederick all, and she leaves him by saying that now we cannot live together. Frederick weeps a lot. He shares his feelings with Paul. Paul tries to satisfy him. On the other hand, Elizabeth was with Angel. They both share their personal issues with each other. Frederick was trying a lot for sleeping but fails. He was thinking about Angel all the time. Elizabeth and Paul talks about Angel and Frederick. During this talking, Elizabeth gets very angry and goes from there. Paul tries to stop her, but she does not listen him. When she was on airport, then he comes and apologizes from her. Then she agrees. Frederick goes to see Angel during shooting. Paul and Elizabeth decide to leave Frederick's home. After some years, Paul and Elizabeth meet with Frederick, who was with other girl. They talk with each other. Then we see the same scene again that we saw in the start of this movie about the car accident of Frederick. He was in hospital in very bad condition. Actually, he was not forgetting Angel. His grandfather comes to talk with him. During this, Frederick dies. Then Paul attends his funeral, and here movie ends. If you like this video, then please like and subscribe for watching more videos like this.